Welcome to the playthrough of Barth and the letter goddesses of Phobos. All I can say is I would have been pretty pissed off if I paid too much for this game back in the day.
Dear me, who would have thought when I left for the routine trip to Venus that I'd find myself in such a mess? I don't know what hit my ship, perhaps space debris, or perhaps it was those confounded leather goddesses of Phobos. I'd heard on the radio that they had attacked Planet X just after I took off. What a fix. Son of a bitch. First let me turn off this fucking music. It makes me want to kill myself.
Alright, so here we are as the alien. As you can see, instead of a toolbox, he gets a little saccoid fucking thing. And we start here by the crashed spaceship. Now the purpose for Barth's quest is to find all the objects.
Obviously some kind of primitive traffic control device.
There's one of them, the traffic cone.
These beans on this planet are hot. Hey baby, wanna fuck? The female Earth creature was not only as repulsive as the rest of her tribe, but she was even more absurdly tall than the usual native. Her mane was almost black, but the strands were unappealingly thin and obscenely long. Her uniform indicated that she was a member of some military organization, reinforcing my impression of Earth as a planet possessing unbridled warlike tendencies. She had a patch on her uniform, which my machine translated as female deer. In the traditional greeting that had been used to greet females on Planet X since the dawn of time, I began encircling her with my tentacles and extending my eye stalk toward her mammaries. She jumped and shrieked and attacked me with some sort of primitive cast iron weapon. I had no choice but to retreat.
This will actually be kind of entertaining, considering if you watch the first 3 videos, you'll find out how come we find Barth all beat to shit and hungry and bleeding from every orifice on his body.
This Earth being was far less physically disturbing than the other specimens I had encountered. At least his skin was appealingly corrugated, and his fur had at least slightly tuftiness to it. I extended an eye stalk toward the Earthling, and it seemed to catch his attention.
Hey, hello, little boy. Didn't notice you come in. Say, you're a chubby one. Your mommy should go easy on the cookies and candy. Thanks, but I don't want to taste your lollipop.
He's a fucking retard. Confused, I withdrew my eye stalk. He became upset and chased me out of the store. I guess storekeepers are the same on every planet. They don't want anyone fooling around with their merchandise. Complete fucking bullshit. Suddenly, a humanoid male jumped into view and slammed a barred door shut.
Gotcha, you goddamn furrin' invader, you!
His costume with a multi-pointed medallion led me to surmise that he was a clerical leader of some sort. It would seem that in the small room in a monastic retreat, I just hated when beings tried to force their beliefs on others. He's a cocksmoker. They certainly treat monks well in this culture, leaving such yummy dessert treats in the monastic cell. My opinion of this civilization went up a notch or two. My food sack was rumbling, and I had to keep reminding myself that I needed this to repair the ship. Only one way out of this shithole. First, I need to figure out how to get my fucking gun out of here. I realized I shouldn't shoot willy-nilly at anything and everything in sight. The charge in my blaster wouldn't last forever. Well, blow me down. That stop sign looks like something I could use. I got about a stop sign. The traffic control sign. Its meaning was easily translated. Some sort of Earth-style food. It contained a considerable amount of dihydrogen monoxide, but I needed it to repair my ship. This specimen was smaller than any native I'd encountered up to now. Perhaps this was recent hatchling, newly released from the hatchery. He seemed to have a fearlessness and curiosity so common in the young. I wiggled an eye stack toward the diminutive earth creature, which seemed to attract his attention from a stack of bound papers. His eyes got very wide, but instead of running, he filled a clear cylinder with liquid from a spigot and held it out toward me. A sharing of drink? Unheard of at the initial greeting, but again I was forgetting that local customs can be quaint and surprising. I extended my tongue to smell the liquid. Dihydrogen monoxide? Was this creature trying to poison me? I pushed the cylinder away with my tentacles, perhaps a bit too strongly. The liquid spilled, and the small earthling, probably startled by my action, jumped back. Oh well, fuck him. The small earthling stopped me, telling me that his sis, a word my translator couldn't retranslate for me, would cause an existence to terminate if he allowed me to take the object. I surmised that a sis must be some sort of customs officer, whose job is to prevent the giving away of Earth's primitive technology. I was horrified to contemplate the strictness of Earth's custom laws. Barbaric. But I simply had to have the device. Perhaps the technology exchange would have a less fatal consequence. The blaster was completely discharged, so there was no harm in giving it to the youngster as a toy. I had observed in terrestrial broadcasts that young earthlings enjoyed playing with such things, engaging in appalling mock warfare. The young being was so delighted to have the now harmless blaster that he gave me permission to take the ship repair device. Thank you, asshole.
Darn weather. It looked like a perfect night for studying the occultation of Saturn and the Horsehead Nebula, and then suddenly it clouded over. Darn. Hope I got here quickly enough to prevent major flooding from the mountain.
He must not have noted me. Handicapped bastard. This was a subtle difference in the physical makeup of this specimen. Like the others, he was erect biped, but I felt certain that he was on a different branch than the dominant branch of the species in this region, presumably a visitor from another continent or a recent immigrant. The Earthling noticed me and raised his right appendage. I mimicked his motion, raising my first and second forepaw tentacles.
Oh.
The creature must have been asking how I came to be here. I pointed at the sky, then the ground, and made a crashing sound. The Earthling just looked confused. I wondered how I ever passed interspecies communication skills at the university.
Keep them stormed before. Mother got angry. Best to buy trinkets to appease them.
Whatever you say, Featherhead. Aha! These natives aren't as primitive as I thought. They've already passed through the Westral poisonous plastic phase and have returned to the use of glass for their containers. A metallic disc with the snapped image of a humanoid on it. My translator was able to read all the words on the front of the disc. The inscription next to the humanoid indicated this was the trusted deity, but my translator could translate only half of what was written on the back. Therefore, my best guess was that this disc had some religious significance. At this time, I must save my game. Stuck here in the dark and rear sanctuary, this could only be some sort of religious shrine. I hoped that I wasn't defiling some primitive sacred tribal spot that would only serve to inflame the angry natives still further. An egg of some kind. Perhaps it's meant to be deposited into these 6 openings as some sort of religious sacrifice, or perhaps to activate some kind of oracle. Who knows what silly beliefs these primitive, superstitious aliens might harbor. I realized that although this egg was the right size and shape, it wasn't exactly what I needed to repair my ship. I had heard about this in monitoring broadcast transmissions from the strange planet. This was regarded by natives as some sort of oracle, able to answer simple yes, no questions about the future. Called an 8-ball. I will take it.
Get lost, you freak.
What the fuck? The human sprayed me with carbonated dihydrogen monoxide, forcing me to flee! It seemed that the metallic disc was what they used for money on Earth. And the pumpkin is now mine.
Sure, take the pumpkin, little fella. It'll make a fine jack-o'-lantern. And judging by your costume, you can't wait for Halloween to come around.
Male and female. This was one of the larger, straighter subspecies of the dominant Earth species. His mane was brown, and while his hide wasn't as repulsively smooth as the skin of the curvier subspecies, it wasn't appealingly wrinkled and leathery as hide should be. I extended an eye stalk toward the larger, straighter creature, but he rudely declined to intertwine. Then I told him my name, and the Earthling introduced himself, something that sounded like Zeke. That's it. No tribal name, no ancestral touchstone, no egg chain links. Could all Earth creatures have such short, meaningless names? When the other Earthling gave her name as Lydia, it confirmed my suspicions.
This stuff ought to patch you up real good, all right. Heck, looks like it'd patch just about anything. Seats, tires, rag tops.
Wounds are better now, but still a problem. Hunger is.
She's some dish, huh?
My translator must have had a momentary malfunction. It told me that the Earth male was describing the Earth female as a piece of dinnerware. This was one of the smaller, curvier subspecies of the dominant Earth species. Her mane was dark and her hide was repulsively smooth and soft-looking. I had learned that her name was Lydia, a typical short and informationalist Earth name.
Barth, you don't actually want to drink this stuff, do you?
Yum yum, bitch, hand it over. I thanked the 7 moons as I saw what the bucket contained, a hearty soup of some of the most delicious isotopes I'd ever laid eye stalks on.
I am no longer in immediate danger, but I am still lost on a strange planet, and my spaceship is in disrepair.
Now that I was fed and my wounds had been tended to, I told my new friends the story of how I'd come to be on their planet. When I got to the part about the leather goddesses of Phobos attacking my homeworld and taking humanoid slaves, I could tell something was wrong. My friends told me that the radio message had been received from the leather goddesses and that the regional military leader had fallen for the goddesses' lies. I realized that the Earth was also in danger from the leather goddesses of Phobos. But then, just at that moment, an angry crowd appeared. Oh, shit. What the fuck am I going to do?
You freezing his purple?
I don't like him. He looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Zeke, you alien-loving bastard! You Benedict Arnold!
Nice tits, bitch.
You stinking fuck! Get back to wherever you came from!
Nice hat, asshole.
It's carrying all kinds of alien diseases! Let's kill it before it infects a whole lot of us!
Holy shit, fuck you, Baldy. Kiss my ass, Chrome Dome.
Hey, Octopus, get it on!
Nice mustache, dick legger.
The reactor is going through!
friends had done something to disperse the angry mob. Danged if I know how they did it, though. Lydia and Zeke followed me as I left the landing field of rocketless wheeled spaceships.
Barth, do you think I could drive this thing? Bet it's got a lot of power, huh?
Not as much power as your mom has.
Please remain seated while the vehicle is in motion, or you will be vaporized by hyperspatial forces. Have a pleasant journey. Thank you.
Time to lift off. The mighty engines emitted a rumble of gathering power, and we were taken back into the... Fuck me! What? I learned that at Earth in Barth from Jukebox. Fuck you. Holy shit, are we there yet? Be here all fucking day with these two. You're not even going to fuck? Got plenty of time. A council page approached us.
The Great Council requests your presence at once.
Oh shit. Summoned to my presence of Great Council, my eye stalk felt weak and I felt butterflies in the pit of my food sack. Wanna fuck? My cut sacks turned to jelly to stand in the presence of Council Leader Largona 9. My nervousness seemingly erased all my training, and I could not remember the proper ceremony for greeting one of Largona.
Hey. Barth Sarbel Nikki, son of Jogobar El Zeta Zeta.
Can I feel your titties?
I expect proper conduct from one of your upbringing.
I have a tentacle for your arrow.
No.
Barth Sarbel Nikki, son of Jogobar El Zeta Zeta. Report.
Oh, I related the events of my disastrous journey to Earth. I told the Council of the new threat to Earth and that their military leader had fallen for the Leather Goddess's lies. The Council had been hoping for Earth's assistance against the scourge of the Leather God. Wait, we've already read this in other videos. Fuck this.
The Council will now deliberate.
Deliberate this, bitch. Let me see your Tootsie Roll.
Nikki, son of Jogobar El Zeta Zeta.
Yes?
Your spaceship is repaired.
The Council has decided that you and your Earth companions will travel to Phobos and attempt to thwart their evil plans of conquest.
Oh, fuck me.
We give you this latest miracle of the research laboratories of Planet X. It is a self-recording record. It can record the sounds and voices in your vicinity. It may aid in your quest. We also give you this common invisibility shield. It enables you to move about unseen. Be quiet while using it, or you'll reveal your presence.
Okay.
I am sorry that we cannot give you more help. We have no weapons. We are a peace-loving people, unequipped for treachery. Go now. Earthman called Zeke, and Earthwoman called Lydia. And remember that the good wishes of this council go with you.
Time to go to the planet of Phobos, I suppose. As near as we could determine, the Leather Goddess's little planetoid was protected by defensive magic, 'cause our ship got blown out of the fucking sky. Just like that, my companions and I were quite invisible. It gave me an indescribable feeling of power. Start talking, bitch. I overheard several conversations. Bloop, 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 bloop.
The invasion fleet will be taking off in an hour.
Good for you, hooker.
Earthlings are such naive suckers.
Fuck you, bitch!
Once we have subjugated planet Earth, we shall never want for servants again.
This divan has a piece of lint on it. Have my maid shocked.
I changed the access codes for the invasion fleet flagship.
As I listened to the last conversation, I learned how to get past their security.
The unscheduled landing of that Planet X ship on Earth has given us our opening. That military moron on Earth gave us landing coordinates and has agreed to drop all defensive postures. What pathetic suckers. Our fleet will depart for Earth, and by this time tomorrow, we will have 1 billion more love slaves.
That's what you think, bitch.
No, Cinda, I didn't hear. I was, occupied.
Quite understandable. Let me repeat. The unscheduled landing of that Planet X ship on Earth has given us our opening. That military moron on Earth gave us landing coordinates and has agreed to drop all defensive postures. What pathetic suckers. Our fleet will depart for Earth, and by this time tomorrow...
I think I have what I need.
What was that, Milton?
Shut the fuck up. Now we have that evil bitch's plans. We'll free these humans. I didn't want to waste the invisibility.
Our mission is to save the planet Earth from the dastardly clutches of your jailers. Head at once to the plane beyond the landing field. We will attempt to stow away aboard one of the ships. When we emerge from the palace, if we are pursued, make some sort of diversion.
You can count on us. Good luck, and we shall soon entwine arm and eye thoughts back on planet X.
That's not all we'll entwine. The released prisoners made a show, and we stowed ourselves away in a broom closet. I couldn't figure out why there was a broom closet on the flagship, but it was a lot cleaner this time around.
It will be wonderful to restock our private harem.
We're almost back to planet Earth.
Yes, the Earthmen are so primitive. They have such raw energy.
I wouldn't know anything about that, you hooker. Okay, but
I don't want to downplay the pleasurable aspects of this conquest, but remember what else it brings us. With Earth under our thumb, we will be the unchallenged masters of the cosmos.
maybe next time we make an adventure game, you should spend less time on voice acting and more time on actual
Their
gameplay.
teeming millions and rich resources will make our armies invincible. Those peace lovers from Planet X won't be able to stand in our way. Ooh, I love limitless power. Prepare for atmospheric entry.
The ship rocked and the temperature began to climb. Then a sudden bump and the stillness descended on the ship.
Nice landing, Balfura. I can't wait to see the Earthlings' faces when they realize they've been duped. Ah, here they come now. Hit the dirt, girls, and have your blasters drawn. The Earth will be ours.
We'll see about that, bitch. Holy shit, alright! I managed to sneak away from the angry mob, but my companions were still stuck there. I had to do something. Mainly get the fuck out of town. I headed to the radio station. The self-recording record had recorded the evil plans of the Leather Goddess. The backwards people probably expected the user of this system to perform another action in order to fully activate it. They obviously have a lot to learn about user-friendliness. We have so much to teach them. Why did you leave, you stupid green bastard?
The unscheduled landing of that Planet X ship on Earth has given us our opening. That military moron on Earth gave us landing coordinates and has agreed to drop all defensive postures. What pathetic suckers. Our fleet will depart for Earth, and by this time tomorrow, we will have 1 billion more love slaves.
You're in trouble now, bitch.
gotta see it. Somebody came running out there with the radio, and the mob instantly...
Shut up. Yay, Barth is the victor.
What?
Shut up,
The
Professor
existence of
Asshole.
humans such as yourselves demonstrates that even a race as...
And thanks...
But, Bob... Did I hear that someone is looking for a spaceship?
Yeah, okay, asshole.
Lydia, Zeke, I'm exceedingly proud of you. When everyone else was losing their heads, you two kept your wits about you and
Hey,
acted with reason
Dickface,
and
I'm the one
humanity.
that won the adventure.
Thanks, Professor, but...
Today represents the dawn of...
Yeah, great, but now...
Oh, of course. You young ones want to be alone.
The professor would have gone on forever, but I bitch-slapped him in my face with my green tentacle.
Oh, Zeke.
I don't want to watch this shit. What about my bitch?
Oh...
Thank you for watching. This has been the adventures of Barth through the plant leather of goddesses of Phobos Part 2. What a great game. I can't believe this did not get Game of the Year. It's so fucking amazing. And I just beat the whole thing in 37 minutes. Stay tuned for more great LPs by the Game Hoarder. Barth out.
Girls, those Earthlings have slipped through our grasp again, but they haven't seen the last of the leather goddesses of Phobos. We'll come again, and from now on, no more Miss Nice Guys.
Thank God they never made a part 3. Fuck you, sheep.